Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to our Facebook Lives. Here we are with Madison, Michelle, and myself, Christy. We're part of the team that works in the USA offices for Club 1040. And so we are just super excited. Matt and Julie Beamer started us off with 10 interviews this morning, 10 already today. And so you can see on our back wall that we've got the clocks. It's 9 o'clock right now in Lebanon. And so that means it's just 1 o'clock here in Oklahoma. And so wherever you're watching, whatever time it is, put it in the comments. What time is it where you are? But Matt and Julie did 10 interviews with 16 world changers, and we're just pretty excited about that.
Yeah. So I'll go over, they did 10 today. They met with Pastor Tokes from Nigeria.
So good.
Pastor Alan and Claire Morton in the UK. Chris and Jessica Capel from, is it South or North Carolina?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Rock stars.
And then we had Matt and Julie kind of kicked us off for the day at 7 a.m. And then we had our future students. We had Christelle, which was awesome. If you missed that, go back and watch that for sure.
Her testimony is really good.
It's incredible. And then we had Tony Cook on, which he always has tons of knowledge.
I mean, he's only been over to the MENA region like a bazillion times.
Yeah.
We're so thankful for him.
A bazillion is like pretty much the accurate number.
Pretty much accurate.
Yeah.
Then we had on our team members, Matt and Julie Hadabaugh.
Wow. The Matt and Julie's with the Matt and Julie's. I love that.
It's a great match. Then we had another feature student, Joseph, who is a part of the MENA team. He is awesome. We had some more students, and their pastor is actually in Lebanon right now, and they are bringing people to the Bible college, which is awesome. People from their church. And then we had on the Lesters.
They're the ones who travel. If you watch the video, they travel. They'll be traveling over an hour with a group of 15 people from their church to go to Bible school. So it's pretty amazing.
It's like carpool to the max.
Carpool to the max.
And then we had the Lesters, which was the last people we talked to. The Lesters are awesome. They've been a huge help creating the Bible school, the curriculum, and just getting it off the ground. So we're really, really grateful.
Chance, Miranda, and their 3 kiddos.
3.
Just epic.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely epic.
So right now, after all of those, we are currently at 4.5 scholarships that we have, which is so exciting.
Awesome.
Right now we have, 90 people that are registered. So we are looking to get 100 scholarships. So we're on our way.
I love that too, because this morning listening to both of them, this is the first Bible college in the Middle East. So we are able to fund it where they don't have to think about the financial portion of it at all. They can just say yes to Jesus and go to these Bible colleges, which is so exciting. So the 4.5, I mean, you were funding a historical moment in Lebanon, which is awesome.
Absolutely, because the students themselves only pay a very small portion of their tuition because it's just a hardship with the inflation and crazy inflation. But what we love about Lebanon is it is strategic for us to be there. It is the only Christianized country in the an Arab country in the region. And so that means that we can speak freely about Jesus. We can minister to people freely about Jesus. Not every country in the 22 countries that we want to reach are like that.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a great place to train up at least 100 students as we're coming forward. You're going to make that happen by making it so that we can reach these people going out.
Yeah.
I love a quote that we had from Matt Beamer. And so it is about the people of that region. He said, out of 5 to 6 million people, there are around 5,000 evangelical believers in Lebanon. Out of those, approximately 1,000 attend churches that would be considered Pentecostal or Spirit-filled. So that means, should we hit the number of 100 Bible students, we would have 10% of the Spirit-filled believers attending Bible college in the only Christianized Arab country in the Middle East. Talk about being able to make a huge difference in the country and the region. Matt Beamer, 2023.
So it's a lot of numbers, but it really kind of brings you down to literally the direct impact that we'll be able to make. And everything, each of those students right now, we have 90, our goal is 100. but each of those students, what they learn is going to impact multiple people. And so the impact's just going to multiply from each of those, 90 to 100 people.
And the students that are already registered aren't all from Lebanon. They're from other countries. So they'll be launching out and being able to make a huge difference. As Julie has mentioned so many times today, they speak the language. They know the culture. They can minister so freely. So to be able to have 10% of the evangelical Christians having attended a solid Bible college so they can get that great foundation. Yeah. It's life-changing.
I mean, the idea of mobilizing the local leaders is absolutely insane. To think you have 10% of people who speak the language, who look like the other people in the area, who know the culture and all of that, to be able to empower them to make an impact. That's really where Club 1040, that's what we want. So to see that being a possibility right now is awesome. Our goal is to have all of our teams in 22 countries by 2030. So we have 22 countries in the MENA region, and that is the 1040 window. That is in our name. And that is our goal, is to have teams in all 22 countries. And this is such a strategic part of that. Lebanon is such a strategic placement in all of this, so that from here we can just continue to expand into all of those 22 countries, which is so exciting.
So exciting. And so as we go forward with this, what's it going to make a difference if we have these student scholarship, Madison?
Well, it's going to make a huge difference to have these people, get the training that they need so they can go to all of the other nations. And, I think all three of us have had the opportunity to go to a Bible college. And so we all know the value of it and what we've learned through going to Bible college. So it's going to be really important that they get to have the same training that we all had the incredible opportunity to have. So,
yeah. And so with our statement at Club 1040 is that we're a relational missionary movement reaching the unreached. So tell a little bit, Madison, about the unreached people groups in this area, because in America, pretty much everybody's heard about Jesus or had an opportunity. But what about these people that this is going to reach?
Yeah. So one thing I always like to tell people is unreached groups don't mean, the neighbor down the street that you think doesn't go to church and so they don't know who Jesus is. That's pretty unlikely. People here don't know people who know someone who's even heard the word Jesus. And when you kind of put it in that context, that really helps show that not only are there people in Lebanon who probably haven't had that opportunity, but the people who are going to get trained at the Bible college in Lebanon are then going to go to other countries where they don't know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who's heard the word Jesus. So just being able to really be strategic in pinpointing these unreached groups, it all really, really starts with training people at these Bible colleges.
And training them to know the word. Like we want them to know true biblical truth. And this is what this Bible college is being able to empower and to raise up these leaders. That's so exciting.
Yeah. So exciting. And what we've seen is when people get a hold of the things of God, when they hear about how wonderful Jesus is, it radically changes their life. The pastor and his wife that are going to be traveling the hour plus to get here, he was an atheist. He didn't believe, he wasn't a practicing Muslim. He was just, no, there is no God. And we found out about our Jesus, then he's now radically changing the nation of Lebanon. And so we've got a couple of ways that you can be a part of that. And so you can give and you can pray and you can go or you can send. And so what we want to do is give you an opportunity to scholarship in a student is just $78 a month times 24 months. And so you can see our little X on the screen. That's for multiplication. We are multiplying our efforts. And you're like, well, $78 is good, but I can do more. Well, of course you can always do more. Or you might say $78, I don't know, but I can do a different amount. You can do any amount at times 24 months. Just pledge that amount and start giving that. You can start today by giving those dollars. And it is going to make a huge impact, like we said, not just in Lebanon, but in 22 other countries. So your seed sown is going to make a huge difference. And then the other thing that you could do is if there's any dollar amount that you want to give today, you're like, well, I can't commit to 24 months, but I can do a one-time today. I know we've had some businesses say, hey, I'm going to partner with Club 1040, and today I'm going to give a $1 donation of $100,
Mhm.
$10,
Mhm.
$10,000.
Yeah.
Well, we will use that for just God's goodness. It's going to be absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And so anything that you'd want to give, there's lots of ways to give. So Michelle, do you know how to tell these people how to give?
You can text Lebanon 1040 to 71777. That's going to connect you to the page that can give you all of the information. As always, you can always default to the Club 1040 website that has
Always.
all of our projects and everything there. One thing Julie said today that I just loved is that she was talking about you might not ever go, but your financial gift is the reason that you're making impact. You know, we listen to Joel Sims and all these different ministers who know that giving is their ministry, is where that they can sow in. They might not be able to get on a plane and go, but they can pray and give. And that's the opportunity that we have, is when you go to heaven. We've heard this. I mean, Pastor Hagen talked about this. Julie and Matt talked about this.
Yeah.
You're going to go to heaven and you're going to meet people that you never knew that you impacted because of the gift that you're giving to these students to be able to go to Bible college. And that just makes me excited to be able to see the impact that we get to make together.
And then I do want to say this. I know that each of us in this room right now, we are partners with Club 1040. We are helping this go forward. We believe in it.
Yeah.
And you can join us because we know you believe in the things that God has going on in the country and across the globe. And so you can be a part of that, and it's just going to be awesome. So hook up with us today, and you can be a part of multiplying God's goodness all across this world.
Mm-hmm.